Well, welcome to my messy room breakout that's driving me nuts. But it is Sunday afternoon. Felicity's napping. I need to tackle my vanity here. I was kind of testing out how I wanted to have it organized, and I'm not completely content with where I had things, and I need to take some of it out, get rid of some of it. Some of it's old that just needs to go, and then go to my makeup collection drawers and maybe replenish it with things I haven't used a lot lately. I'm being quiet because she is napping, by the way, in the other room. So that's what I want to tackle. Figured I'd take you guys along. Let's go. This is what we're working with here. I basically have like lip things here. My brow stuff keeps getting pushed back there. This has my face stuff, but I also have eyeshadow palettes. Like, it is such a mess. It's one of those things that the more I tried things, the more things just stayed in here and nothing got removed or moved around. So I was just starting and I pulled out some of my concealers and I had those here, some eye things here, but I think I'd rather those be this way and maybe have lippies in this drawer, something like that. I just feel like this drawer could be a lot more useful, and I'm only reaching for lippies when I'm actually leaving the house, unless it's just like a lip balm, whatever. So I feel like A, I don't need to keep this many in this drawer, but B, probably keep it somewhere else. So the other thing is, on this lower drawer, I have random things I haven't tried yet, some things that I did, but I wasn't sure about the color, so I put it back in the packaging, and now it's just sitting here, and then just some extras of things, like these powder puffs I got on Amazon. So I don't think this is a good use of this space either. I think that makes more sense over in my makeup collection. So I'd rather utilize this. Honestly, maybe lippies could even go down here. I got to think about it. But so that's kind of what I'm working with. And then over here is cheek products, which again, same thing. I'd like this to be a little bit more useful of a space, And then that is actually just like blow dryer and hair headband thingies. So I have had a good Sunday. We've been busy the first half of the day, but I'm trying to be better about stopping and doing something I enjoy on days where I'm not working, like the weekend. And so today I was very intentional about stopping and reading for just 30 minutes. It was so enjoyable. The book I'm reading right now is called The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and it's really good. It's one of those books that was instantly interesting. And it's actually about Alaska and living kind of basically in the backwoods of Alaska, which I don't know that would necessarily sound interesting to me, but it's taken me by surprise how interesting it is. And I will say, Kristen Hanna has a way of writing that I love. The only other book of hers I've read so far is called The Four Winds. It's about the Dust Bowl, and same thing, not necessarily a part of history I'm interested in. And that book was so interesting. So another one of hers that is on my, I have it on my Libby on hold, is The Nightingale. I've heard that one is really, really good. So I need to chat with my friends that I'm in a book club with, because we haven't picked our book for the next one. And I'm like, maybe we do The Nightingale. We'll see. Let me know if you've read any of those, or if you have a favorite Kristen Hanna book, or just what you're reading right now. I'm curious. There are 3 Tower 28 mascaras in here. 3. One of them's old, one of them's brown, one of them's new, one of them's blue. I think that's the old one. That can go in my empties bin, honestly. I think this, hard to tell. Oh boy. And I have a weird amount of powders in here, and I was going to say I don't use powders every day, but I honestly lately have been using powders a lot, much to my surprise. I feel like my skin has just gotten more oily recently. I don't know. Any of you guys notice a shift in your own skin, So I'm going to continue on. I'll kind of show you where we end up. Well, I'm struggling a bit again because I feel like I need to just get all of this into my collection to then pick out, for example, blush. I love blush so much. And I have so many in here. And I'm like, well, I just want to keep them all here. But I'm like, I know there's a bunch in my collection I would love to use. So I think I need to get them all together, then pick out, literally shop my stash from there. So got this random lid thing, and I'm going to put all the blush in there. I already have some things I'm going to get rid of. I have a shade of the Say concealer. It's not right for me, shade 5. This L'Oreal True Match concealer, I just don't think I like. And I was going to hold on to it just for, I don't even know why. I'm just going to pass it on now to a sister if they want it. I feel like, I don't know, someone might like it. I don't really love it. Let me know your experience with that. And then this Haley's Revive concealer is just a little bit too light for me. So it's kind of nice decluttering as we go, you know? The other thing is things get lost back in the back. Like I didn't even realize I had this in there. This Butter Glow bronzer blush thing. I forgot about this and it was so good. Well, that's one I know I'm going to keep, so I'll go ahead and put that there. Okay, here we go. Either Yertle or Myrtle there. We've got our other buddy. Where is he? I like to think they're an old married couple, Yertle and Myrtle the turtles. They keep coming so close to us, right in our backyard. Okay, it's the next day at this point, but just wanted to show you kind of where I've landed. I like having some extra room. I feel like this just looks so random and like just randomly placed, but it kind of works. And then as inevitably things move into here, I can adjust, but that's what I'm currently going to be using in here. And then in here, I ended up just doing brows and concealer and then powders and then little lip balm. Drawers in this are actually incredibly thin. So there's not many organizers I own, which I own all kinds from over the years, that fit in here. You know what I mean? Literally height wise. So that's why you see it the way it is. I haven't yet adjusted this drawer, so that's a future project. And here I ended up doing my cheek and lip, and that seems so much better because then I have a little more room to spread these out. And then I severely cut down the amount of lip products I have in here. And then over here, I just have my eye stuff. So my few shadow palettes I had in here, and I actually don't have many palettes at all, but the few ones I was keeping in here were back behind those foundations. So then I've got liners and mascaras and things in here. Feels good. And then that down there is still the blow dryer. Oh, and I still need to put all this other stuff away back into my collection, but just didn't want to end this project without actually showing you guys where we ended up. So there you go. Okay, so it's time to do my hair. And I had been posting on my Instagram recently about my favorite barrel, like waver tool. It is hot. I recently burned my face, so I'm like, Jessica. So this is one that's on Amazon, and I have at work the Amica one, and that one is double the price, and it's at least the one I have is like a smaller barrel, and it's kind of a cool look, but I actually like this product more, even if you got the smaller barrel. I feel like it feels better made. The actual material that the barrels are made of is softer on the hair. I feel like the Amica one will catch my hair and pull on it and make it look drier than it is. This one doesn't do that, and it's like half the price. So this, the one I have, I'll show you how I use it, is the 32 millimeter. They have, like I said, a smaller one, I think 25, and it's literally like the 3 barrels. I've showed this before, because I've had this for quite a few years. I've showed it before, but, just burnt my ear, oh my gosh. So I literally, I mean, it's pretty easy to use. And you just adjust, like when I'll pull it down, I'll kind of push my hair up against it to keep the shape that it just had. I don't know that that matters. And you try to, as you clamp it down each time, try to keep it within the grooves that you've already created. It's one of those things that once you've done it like twice, you're like, okay, it just becomes easy. I feel like sometimes that part can look a little harder than it is, or it doesn't. But the thing is, these waves stay forever. They look cute like in a ponytail. They look cute down. They look cute with some up and some down. Like it's just one of those hairstyles that, I don't know, I just feel like it can be really becoming on a lot of people. It kind of looks like more of a natural wave, like your hair is just like that, even if it's not. And I feel like this is so easy. I honestly had forgotten I had this for quite a while until I recently dug it out, and I'm like, okay, I love the way my hair looks when I use this. I really do. And I think that's it. It's kind of like my natural wave, but more controlled. And this is something I'll reach for when I let my hair air dry and it just looks a little crazy. Maybe not the way I want it to look. I'll use this, kind of brush through my hair and use this, and it looks so much better. And it takes, I mean, a little over 5 minutes maybe. So I'm gonna keep going, but I'll show you at the end how I do my front pieces, because I got some questions on that, which makes sense because I feel like the top front pieces can be tricky for them to not look weird. And this tool actually is made so much better than the Amica one. I can never get the front pieces to look right. So I can do a little montage moment. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. So the top section, I usually will spend a little more time on because that's the section you see more. The bottom I'm quicker at because it, you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be perfect. That's the beauty of this hairstyle. So what I do is get my front piece that I want. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So I put it on just the same way, but I'll kind of hug it to the curve of whatever that barrel is. And I usually don't spend as much time. That way it doesn't, the beauty of this tool is it doesn't really leave a line the way that the Amika one does and the way other ones do, where there is a very harsh line wherever you end. This one doesn't really do that. I don't know if it's because it's a bigger barrel, but even with the Amika one, I've noticed that when I crimp it, here, I'll do this, let me finish this side here and then I'll do the other side. I've noticed that once I plop it on there and just kind of turn it to go with the shape of the barrel and then just not as long, it usually is kind of perfect where it doesn't look, do you know what I'm saying? You either know or I don't know how else to explain it, but anyway, yeah, that's kind of my best tips. I'll usually hit this with a little bit of hairspray, but honestly, this is one of those hairstyles that even if I don't hairspray it, it still just stays. It's really, it adds a little bit of volume to my hair too, which is amazing. I also appreciate how like wide that opens. Just be careful not to burn yourself. I feel like even if you had short hair, this would look really pretty. If you've used a tool like this on shorter hair, let me know how it looks because I feel like it could look gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's it. I'm gonna like, I could probably, no, I feel like it looks so cool. And I had it the other day. I was doing more of a side part, which I haven't done in a minute. And I feel like it looks even pretty, like it really does add a lot of volume. Now I'm like, maybe I'll re-crimp this to like embrace the side part life. Okay, I don't think that did a thing, but I don't think that changed anything. I love a crunchy-esque hairspray. Still my favorite after like 10 years, Bedhead Masterpiece. It gives the right amount of like hold. All right, well now we're back to like a, I don't even know what this part is. And that really adds volume and it will stay like this all day. I freaking love that hairspray and it smells so good. So yeah, sometimes I'll do like little clips on the side or just one, or you could even do like a little poof on the top, which I have been into lately. And I feel like that it's bringing me back to high school for sure. Like that is how I wore my hair most days in 2003 through 2007. I love it. I'm literally in a meeting, well, kind of a meeting right now with LTK, which is Like to Know It, which I've talked about, using for like links and a one-stop shop for you guys when you're curious, like where is the jewelry you're always wearing from? You can go there and see that. It's organized, it's easy, and there's an app, by the way. But it's a meeting, but it's with the owner of LTK, and so like there's tons and tons of people in this just watching. I have never in my life learned more about a job that I have now been doing for so long than I did in this past hour. And I almost didn't watch this meeting, if you will, because I don't know, in the interest of time today, my list was long. And I don't know, I feel like so many things change so fast in the online world, and even doing my best to keep up with it is hard. And some of it doesn't apply to me, like things I'm not comfortable doing in the realms of social media and linking things, but other things that just kind of will make my life easier. So anyway, that's all. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys or not, but I just was kind of astounded at how many things I just learned, and hopefully it will make some things easier for me. So I'm now debating whether I want to go to the gym or on a run. Summertime for me, I feel like is tricky because the weather's nicer. Like I want to be outside and going on a run, but sometimes the humidity is so high or it's just too hot. So, I mean, spring and fall for running or jogging outside. And I know that, I mean, that's super obvious, but anyway, so that's where I'm at with my decision making is, do I want to go run outside? It's also like might rain, but I'm like, do I care if I get rained on? Not really. So I might do that. I've been enjoying going to the gym though. I feel like I can like just turn my mind off, listen to music, get a solid workout in. And usually what I'll do is I'll do half cardio and half strength training, unless I'm just like not in the mood. I would rather not run on a treadmill at the gym if I don't have to. I find that incredibly boring, you know, and all they have on like the TVs is the news. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do while I'm doing something good for myself is watch the news. Like last thing I want to do. Anyway, so I think I'm going to go on a run because it's not quite as hot. like I said, if I get rained on, I get rained on, whatever. My little workout outfit is a true hodgepodge. This is like an old workout shirt I've had for a long time. I think this sports bra I got at Target. I love this shade of purple. These are Nike leggings that I talked about before. I'm not actually really a fan of. I wouldn't buy again. And then, yeah, just my normal running shoes. These Hokas have had some serious wear and tear on them at this point. I honestly should probably wash them, but I know I've washed them before and I think I just let them air dry and they were fine. So I should probably consider that. And I'm still living my bug bite life. So you see the scars from just the way I live. Well, it's the next day. To catch you up to speed, I did end up going on a run outside. It was super hot. I was not dressed appropriately because I was in those leggings. And it was one of those things that it was supposed to rain, right? And the second I walked outside, the sun started shining. And I was like, I am going to roast on this run. And I roasted on that. But I'm glad that I did it. It was honestly pretty rough, but it was a good feeling afterwards. So today, okay, it's a long story, but I'm having tailbone pain. And I took a fall recently on some stairs and I think that might have been it, but the pain didn't show up until like, I don't know, 5 or 6 days later. So I'm like, would that be it? I mean, I feel like it has to, like, what else, right? So after that run, my tailbone was a barking and like, it is no joke. I took a bath last night. So I'm at the gym today because Tyler and I promised we would go together. And I'm just going to do arm stuff because even sitting in certain ways hurts, let alone like trying to do a walk or a run or anything like that. So I'm just going to stick to some arm stuff. I'm probably only going to be here like 25 minutes, but that's the plan. And then heading into work. All right, we're reorganizing my office and closet here. And it's the end of an era, you guys. These, we have 2 of them we're getting rid of. My niece is going to take them. She's just about to go off to college. It's perfect. But these were the very ones that I had my like tabletop on that I filmed like all my videos with, my makeup collection.
You have your desk, you've had it in your closet as your collection. End of an era.
Amazing. Ignore that bra behind him that's going to get... We've also moved some things around. So this was over here. Ignore that. I basically just rearranged my office here. So anyway, we're gonna see how I like it. I think I actually really do. And these pictures here, one of Tyler's foreign exchange students and our friend, Carla, made them long ago. And I forgot I had them. And so I'm excited. They're gonna be hung up right there. And I think it's gonna be so pretty.
I'm sweating because I'm on up down the stairs. But I love that you can still see the sticky tack we put on for when you put your desktop on it. So that it wouldn't move.
Slide around.
Just put the sticky
and
tack.
It ruined it.
Yeah, and it's definitely been banged around. It is. Yeah.
It's now, well loved.
Lifting something this heavy, what you want to do is bend over and jerk your back.
Okay, I'm loving how this is. I love how simple this is. I feel like it looks so pretty and homey, and I just utilize stuff I already had, which is amazing. Okay, Tyler and I are on a date. And we're out at a store. We were gonna go to TJ Maxx and it was rush hour traffic. It's only like 10 minutes away from us. It was gonna be 30 minutes. And we're trying to see Deadpool and Wolverine after this, like really in like an hour and 15 minutes. So
that's insane. These are not TJ Maxx prices.
So we're at Cost Plus World Market, which I've only been in once. We're looking for a big basket. What else did I say?
Looking for $29.99 art. Can we find some $29.99 art?
I'm kind of excited though to walk around here. It's different than what I remembered, but I just don't. It was like probably 7 years ago that I was in here. We were also spending time earlier watching recaps of Deadpool 1 and 2, which I think I've seen 1, but I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I've seen 2,
both,
I definitely.
But I've only seen 2 one time.
And then Wolverine, which that, like, watching a video on that was hilarious because I'm like, there's so many storylines and, like, it's just so chaotic. So I'll be very curious to see this movie after this. And it's one of those movie theaters that has food, too. So they even have body care here. It's Savannah Bee Company. They have one of those in Disney Springs. It's so cool.
So I remember this being, like, a bargain outlet kind of place. But I think they've kind of changed their business model. And it's more like, I don't know, like a world market, which is cool. It's just not what I remember it being. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I'm being serious. I don't know. It could have always been this way, and I'm just not. I have one of those.
I have been looking everywhere for this. Thank you.
Hey, I actually love that. The like little floral print. That's so cute. Look how cute these picture frames are. They're literally beaded. This would be an awesome place to get like gifts for grown-ups. They've got all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. Little book of life hacks. Now we're in the food section. When I tell you this is not at all what I pictured or remembered.
I'm loving this place.
I know, it's kind of fun. Stuff from all over the world. And they have our favorite tea. This is the one that tastes like Christmas in a glass. They have a decaf one too. But yeah.
It is truly.
It's so good. It's unlike anything I've ever had in my entire life. Also, it tastes nothing like tea. Also, at one point, I tried ketchup chips. I think from Canada. I think our friend Jen sent them to us. And I've never found them again. And they are, my mouth waters. I can remember the taste so vividly. They are the most delicious chips. I tried ketchup Pringles recently. Not the same. We're admiring just this setup here. Love this chair and the color of this chair. This mirror is so unique. It's got like this stand.
$250 is a great price.
Yeah, but we don't, it's pretty cool. I have to say. Okay, so we were thinking about that one over there for blankets. But this is really what I want, but without the colors.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like with a lid to throw like 2 throw blankets in that we're always using. I just, yeah.
Literally that, but just the white, like just without the.
Yeah. I would even take a little black infused in there. That'd be cute, you know? So another thing I'm looking for is like a decorative little tray for when I like take my ring off at night or whatever and I'm washing my face. I saw some earlier. Oh, I think they were over here. We are remarking on how we like this table here. It's like a little side table. Just cool. I like the color of wood too. What are you looking for, Tyler?
Trays, mostly.
For your ring?
For all my jewelry.
Tyler, I wonder if they have that one stuff you always get in Epcot in the Japan Pavilion. The impossibly soft stuff. Ooh, I choose. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering just looking at these. Maybe we can get some and bring them to the movie, Tyler.
Ooh,
my mouth is literally watering. Holy moly. Oh, after 8. Wait, you've talked about these before. Didn't we get these?
So good.
Someone sent them or?
Well, I used to have, my mom would buy them randomly. I don't know where she got them as a kid. And they're like, they come each individual little sleeve, very classy. These little chocolates with just a hint of mint in between.
I feel like they were like wildly minty, like kick your teeth out.
No, I don't remember
like
that.
York peppermint peonies.
Like
Look. They've got all the goodies. Year-round chocolate oranges. If you've ever been looking for them, go to Cost Plus World Market. Holy moly. I feel like this is the perfect store because it's fun to walk around and look at everything and get inspired, but then you don't buy anything. Save money.
You got a little gochujang. Love me some gochujang.
Yes. Why are we back in the food?
I don't know.
We've circled around now twice. I know, we're killing time. There's a Dollar Tree next door. Just saying. If you have not tried this, it is so good. Every flavor you could ever want in coffee syrup. Holy moly.
Which I think we should get one.
I have the vanilla one.
Do you? I
Yes.
was thinking we should get like a pumpkin one and a peppermint one. I will have one drink from each of them every year for the next 20 years.
Yeah,
I don't really want it, but I'll have one each year, and that's more than enough.
I wonder if they have the pumpkin one this time of year. I see cinnamon vanilla up there.
Oh.
That sounds good. Or does it? I'm not sure it does now that I'm actually thinking about it. Let's see. What do we have? Do you guys see it? Peach. I guess I'm talking about this. I'm thinking of it for coffee. You could use it in drinks and all kinds of other stuff. So then it makes a little more sense.
Sour candy coffee.
Brown sugar cinnamon? Mango nada. Tyler's going to tell you guys the story. Maybe we should do it outside, Tyler. Let's do it outside.
All right, so this is the Café Du Monde coffee. Love Café Du Monde coffee. You can find it pretty much anywhere nowadays. If you're
Yeah,
like,
I've found it at Meijer.
coffee with chicory. It's very good. I have it rarely at home. It's pretty rare that we do it. I used to really like it, but it's pretty dark. Anyway, I don't do it all that often anymore.
So dark.
But we had it in New Orleans. We had it. It's like a thing that we did for a long time. But this is what I'm talking about.
When we tell you the story,
Café
yeah.
Du Monde coffee here.
Tyler's going potty, and I've got to get out of the food area because I'm way too hungry to be around all of this. Can't wait to eat. Okay, maybe this for my rings and stuff. It's real marble, and it's so pretty. I love how simple it is.
So am I supposed to tell the Travel Channel story? Mm-hmm. All right, Cliff Notes version of the story. In 2016, Jessica and I went and filmed a pilot for the Travel Channel. And it didn't go anywhere, obviously. but
You remember the year? What year was it again?
2016, we flew out to Park City, Utah to film this pilot. And
It wasn't even a pilot. It was like a sizzle, they called it. So I think it was
sizzle,
shorter.
So
Yeah.
it was like they were basically, this woman saw our YouTube channels. They were like, I think you'd be good for this, whatever. But it was kind of a show that didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
And it was like, they were doing a Travel Channel show where like they were going out and going to different towns.
Yep.
But then they also were doing a, like, Airbnb, like vacation rental.
Renovating.
Yeah, renovate a space in your house to rent it as an Airbnb. I think now, if we were to do the same thing, they would do like it would go to like Netflix or something, because that's not something where it has to be like categorized. But back then, even in 2016, it was like it didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know, should it be an HGTV show or a Travel Channel show or whatever.
And I think they were pitching it to different things. So it was just kind of an odd.
So they sent us the sizzle, and I will say this sizzle was like basically a demo reel of what we did. It did not look good.
It did not.
I would not have picked up our show. Anyway, we don't.
Do you still have that?
I don't think so. I might have it on a hard drive.
We might have to dig.
somewhere
Not to
buried.
show. We're not showing it, guys.
No,
Come on.
But it was pretty bad. And I think part of it was the way it was all edited together. But yeah, we don't do well on camera. I'm learning. But
as it turns out, we don't have enough practice.
So they tried to sell it to the Travel Channel. They tried to sell it to HGTV. Nobody wanted it because it didn't really fit any of their molds at the time. And now Travel Channel's just ghost stories. So I don't know what they're doing anymore.
And
they
cook
need to go
and
to,
food,
like,
babe.
The Paranormal Channel and then make a new Travel Channel. Different conversation for a different day. Anyway, we flew out there and we did this whole thing. And the reason I'm bringing up Cafe Du Monde Coffee is because we were there was this couple that like let us use their Park City, Utah
place for the
home,
example, yeah.
as an example for this pilot that we were filming. They had Cafe Du Monde Coffee, and Jessica and I, like, first day we were there and like we had our coffee and we were sitting there drinking it. Like, oh, is this Cafe Du Monde Coffee? Like, and they were like,
From New Orleans, yeah.
And I remember the director of this sizzle pilot, whatever, was like, oh man, you guys really are travelers.
No, we just know our coffee.
We do, yeah. Anyway,
Joke's on
it's a
him.
very distinct
We just love coffee.
So it was,
Yeah.
But every time I see Cafe Du Monde,
Aw.
anyway, so
There's the story,
there's
friends.
the story.
Okay, we popped into the Dollar Tree. Look at this. It's a little paint tray that you can open. So then your kid's painting without getting it, in theory, everywhere. Genius. What you got?
Go to Gabe's refrigerator and find some suet, or really any sort of congealed animal fat will do. Stick it under her gums.
Is that Dwight? Yeah. I did not know where you were going with that. That's funny. It's kind of nice, though, that they have the bird suet cages. Our recent interesting things at the Dollar Tree have been when I've brought our oldest daughter here. She'll, have like her couple dollars from the Tooth Fairy or whatever. And we'll tell her, okay, well, you've got this much money. Like, how much do you want to save? Trying to teach her that. But she's also 6. Like, she has $3 and she's 6. I'll be like, well, you have $3, so you can get 3 things here. But of course, there's the area that's like the $5 and stuff. And that's where she finds something she wants. And I'm like, sorry, honey. It's just different. It's different than back in my day. So good. So good. If you have not seen it, I absolutely loved this movie. Totally want to see that too. The book was good. I'll be very curious because seeing the pictures of this looks interesting. Oh, hello again there. The movie was very, very funny. Very inappropriate, I will say. I think I'd forgotten that about the original Deadpools. Like, I don't know. So definitely not for the youth. But it was very good, and there were some really sweet, like, heartwarming moments. So I'm literally watching, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Hot Ones, but I'm watching an episode of that with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman just because they make me laugh. Anyway, so I actually just finished filming a video with the new kind of turned around setup, and the lighting situation, I don't remember if I've talked about this yet in this vlog, but the lighting situation really does stress me out. So I'm using some old lighting I've had for a long time, and I feel like it looks okay, but I think I just don't love the way artificial lighting looks ever on me, and I don't know what that is, but the way it's set up, I really can't use natural light. And plus, even when it was so, like, I'd have to wait till the lighting was okay, and if it was raining, which it always is, it doesn't look as good. Like, anyway. Long story short, I am never going to figure out the lighting for my videos, and that's just that. I need to, like, put an ad out on, I don't know, where would you even do it, like Craigslist, and be like, yo, any professionals want to come help me set up my stuff? Actually, what I need is to probably get proper lighting, because I feel like the stuff I have is stuff I've had for a long time. I really don't even know if it's the right kind of stuff. So if you saw that video that I just did, it's the Chit Chat Get Ready With Me video. Let me know what you think of the lighting. We'll see. But anyway, that's just my own little complaints, because it is what has taken up a lot of my time today, trying to figure that out and get the settings right, like on my camera. So I'm going to end this vlog here, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for next week's vlog. I'm so enjoying doing these very regularly. I hope you guys are too. I hope you subscribe as well, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.